Stranger Things Conformity Gate gets debunked. The Golden Globes were just an absolute mess. More drama between Trump, Netflix, Paramount, Warner Brothers, all that and more on another episode of Unbinged starting now. Welcome into Unbinged, the podcast about these shows, movies, and now news you love to binge. I'm Alfredo Brown, joined as always, I got Jagger May. It's a Tuesday news day. This is when we talk about all the trending headlines that everyone's talking about and you guys need to know about. Jag, Stranger Things Season 5 drops the making of, it's called One Last Adventure, the Making of Stranger Things 5 documentary. We all find out, one, Conformity Gate debunked immediately, not real. What? Crazy. But also, these dudes went into filming episode 8 of the show without a script. It's not just that they went into production without a script. They went into filming episode 8, no script for their finale.
4 years is damning. If they would have said that, like, we were in a rush, we had to do it, I would have felt bad for them. I'm like, yeah, that's on Netflix. But Duffer Brothers, come on, there's 2 of y'all. God made 2 of you so you could work twice as fast, and you fumbled the bag. You know?
I didn't even think of that. Like, it's bad enough if one of you guys fucked up, but the 2 of you combined, just as a family right now, we're making mistakes.
George R. R. Martin is just like, I'd never. If I had to.
I just won't do it. Dude, I don't get it. Like, there's no other job where you could just, like, after 4 years, boss asks you, so you got that done? You're like, almost, baby. Almost. Mm-hmm. And then, like, you just get there and you have no idea which. It's crazy. They go into this in the documentary where all the staff members are walking around with red scripts because nobody knows how it's going to end. Even the Duffer Brothers. And, like, they just keep going back and forth about it. And they end up leaving it where they say, like, let's just leave it ambiguous. Like, that's the thing we want to do. I can actually excuse just being a bad writer because, like, hey, you're just not good at it. But with how much time they had, with everything that went on, like, this pisses me off more. This little documentary, I think, did more harm than anything else could have.
My recommendation for y'all, if you are happy with that Netflix ending, you feel good, do not watch this.
Yeah.
Don't watch it.
Well, watch this. Don't watch that.
Yeah, watch this, but, like, don't watch, one more adventure. Don't, because it's just going to frustrate you of just how I can't even call it mindless. They made conscious decisions that we made. Like, Alfredo, you and I, we started about the same time we're texting each other, and even questions like, like you brought up, we wanted to keep it ambiguous because we don't know what we're going to do with the Levin's ending. I'm like, okay, red flag. It's like, oh, well, should we have Demogorgons in the abyss? Like, one guy was like, there has to be some down. Like, it would be egregious. And they're like, shut up, guy. It's like that meme where, like, one guy has, like, an idea in the board meeting and they throw him out. That's what happened. Because someone's like, well, what if we get demo fatigue? Motherfucker, I had 4 years. What am I tired of? I'm tired of waiting. I'm waiting fatigue.
Kids went to college and graduated with degrees before we got a new episode. There's no fatigue.
Yeah. A whole high school chapter happened for some people. Like, they finished Stranger Things Season 4, finished high school, and they're like, wow, my freshman year of college, and I get Stranger Things. And then you give them that.
That's like Harry Potter. You get to the final one and someone's just like, well, what if they have wand fatigue? You really think we need to use magic this time? I don't think so. Maybe Harry just wins with his words.
Are we tired of Voldemort? So
maybe we give Voldemort a nose. I don't know. Just a creative decision. It was weird because these guys are talking about it throughout it. So it's like, this was such a difficult time for us to write because it was so loud around us. Everything was so noisy. Lots of pressure from Netflix. Guys, yeah. Of course, this is the biggest property that Netflix has ever had. And I really want to know what those talks are like. Where execs are like, what do you mean you don't have the finale written? Like, what do you mean?
A lot of unread emails. That's what I do when I ain't ready. It's like, Jagger's like, look, how much longer on this? I'm like, ignore,
And if you notice in the documentary, there wasn't a lot of talking from the main stars. Like, you did not get a lot of Winona Ryder, David Harbour. You got a lot of, like, the same kind of, like, I don't want to call them background actors, but, a lot of the lesser knowns, I guess, not as big. But yeah, not a great move for Netflix. All right, Jack, before we go on here, I want to remind everybody you've got a bunch of ways you can enjoy this show. First, right here, if you're watching on YouTube, take a second to like, comment below with your thoughts on the latest headlines. But most of all, make sure you're subscribed to the channel because we got a bunch of great episodes coming up for you guys. Every Tuesday, we're going to be giving you these trending headlines, the stuff that everyone's talking about in movies and TV. But also every Wednesday, Fallout Season 2. Every Thursday, The Pitt Season 2. Every Sunday, starting on January 18th, we're going to be giving you A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. All those shows are going to be out throughout January and February. It's going to be a great time. But what we really need from you guys, more than ever, reviews on Apple and Spotify. This is the biggest thing that gets us into more headphones, into more ears, in front of more eyes. Your 5-star reviews help us so much. So if you're listening on either of those platforms, take a second, leave a 5-star review, give us some comments. Like, let us know what you like about the show, what you'd love to see going forward. It is a big, big help for us. All right, Jag. Sorry, you were going to say something?
I was just gonna say, if you guys leave a comment, FYI, I'm black. So if I say the N-word, I am allowed to the person who gave us a 1-star and dipped out. I know my voice sounds a certain way, but that's kind of a judgment on you, sir or ma'am. I don't know.
Just feel like, note from the executive up top. Can you sound blacker? Can you do that? Like, yeah. I wasn't sure if you wanted to bring it up. Yeah, if I drop an N-word,
I do. I'm mad. I brought it up last show too. I gave an N-word within 5 minutes, Alfredo. So
if I drop an N-word, absolutely 1-star review. If there's a 0-star review, hit that. Jag, you can do as you please. Speaking of awkward, Golden Globes was super awkward. This was just such a weird show last night, Jag. I don't know how much you saw. I know you saw a lot on threads and online, but there's the weird Polymarket betting predictions out there where they're just like, studio 95% chance to win best comedy this year. What are we doing? Then we had color commentary there, Mark Malkin, Kevin Frazier, just like giving play-by-play as the actors and the award winners are walking up to the stage. It was just a very weird vibe. I have a whole list of things, but Jag, the betting stuff, everyone seems to be so turned off by this. Why is it that broadcast companies like this are just so tone deaf? It's just money, right? Like, it's just money.
It's all about the money talks louder than the crowd. Like, we have nowhere else to watch this. We can bitch all we want, but film bros around are going to watch the Golden Globes. Like, I'm going to be honest. I don't watch these shows intentionally because I just think they're out of bad faith. I know they're good promotion, and I think they're is a good thing to recognize good art, but it's like you said, man, this is why I don't like talking sports so much anymore, because like we start out working in fantasy football or just enjoying the game, and now everything's betting. Now everything's about week to week pick 'em, and they're trying to game and sportsify art at this point. We're going to have commentary, we're going to have live betting on DraftKings. It's kind of like people bet on wrestling. They have betting ads for wrestling, which is a scripted event. It's bonkers. It's gross. It is something I don't think it's going to go away because people are going to keep doing it, man. It's like, why won't crack go away?
What we do need is something at the bottom here. What are the odds that Jack is going to say the N-word in this episode? 99%.
They paid me to go down in the fifth, so don't. Marcellus Wallace is like, tell me, he's like, your ass goes down in the fifth.
There were so many other things that were just like not enjoyable about this show. There were so many things that were great about the show. I thought Nikki Glaser did a great job. A bunch of the award winners did a great job with their speeches. Wanda Sykes was hilarious, ripping Bill Maher and accepting on behalf of Ricky Gervais, where she thanked God in the trans community, which is just a hilarious jab at Ricky, who I'm sure was somewhere laughing. But there were so many other things where the show cut the best original score winner, Ludwig Göransson, who they did it during a commercial. But then they have this like weird thing where they have now added a new category, best podcast. And that goes to Amy Poehler for Good Hang. It's a great podcast, like no shade there. But a lot of people thought this was just weird to add. Like, why not add that to the Grammys? Or why even make that something where you have to add that and then remove best original score? It felt, once again, where's the money going to be made? And it's promoting a podcast that's on Spotify.
Yeah, Amy Poehler's counting them ducats right now. She's, doing this because like, I'm not. This is an anti-Amy Poehler. Like, she has a great.
We love Amy
podcast.
Poehler. We are big proponents of promote. Like,
Yeah.
As podcasters, we're saying it was kind of weird to have a podcast award.
Yeah. Like you said at pre-show, I feel like a Grammys is a better spot for that than it is, because like we're not making movies or art or like we are. I literally bitch that like I try to treat everything like a movie. Like our production's the way it is because I think of it like a movie, but that is just me being a little bit hyperbolic in a sense where like I am not making fucking Predator Badlands. That's not what we're doing here. It feels a lot like a pickleball player saying they're Serena Williams. It's just like, okay, man, like you all right, Marty Supreme, like chill the fuck out.
And there was just so many other things that happened in this show that were kind of awkward. The Secret Agent wins for best non-English film. It got played off stage. The only ones that got played off stage, and the speech really wasn't even all that long. Just weird vibes, being on CBS and everything going around there. And then the one that was just like took the awkward cake was the UFC fighters that walked out. You have the announcers saying that these two are so hot that they need their own protection. We brought security. And they're talking about the guys from Heated Rivalry coming out as the next presenters. But instead they bring out these two UFC fighters that come and do this like awkward posturing. It's a male and female. I have no idea who they are. I'm not a UFC guy. Jag?
Mackenzie Dern and Brian.
Those aren't
Ortega.
even real names, Jag. I don't know who these people are. These are NPCs. I don't care. You're a UFC guy. Did this matter to you, like at all? Okay.
No.
Thank you.
No. We joked about it. We joked, again, we were talking pre-show when we do this. I'm like, there's a time and place for everything. It's like I'm in the middle of court and someone whispers that there's a new season of Top Chef. I'm like, cool, man. I'm getting cooked right now by this lawyer. Do you have anything relevant?
Speaking of cooked. Like, it was just so ham-fisted, so stupid. Who did it make want to go watch the UFC? Like, there's not a lot of crossover between the Golden Globes crowd and the UFC crowd. They're like, oh, thank God they reminded me. UFC is coming to Paramount Plus. Let's do this thing. It was just weird, man. The whole thing was weird. But a big congrats to all the winners of the Golden Globes. Jag, next big headline on here. This is kind of a two-parter. Trump very much against Netflix buying Warner Brothers. No shock there. He's already said that. But now we've also got Paramount filing a lawsuit against Warner Brothers to get them to disclose the greater financial information about the Netflix deal. Let's start with the Trump part. You kind of said like he's out of line, but he's right.
Yeah, he's right, but for the wrong reasons. That's
Yeah.
why I say that. I'm like, yeah, I don't want you buying Warner Brothers either. But because of woke shit, like, no. This is capitalism I'm against. I'm not trying to watch y'all play Monopoly. I'm not into that. But Trump just saying like, I want my friends to buy them. This whole thing is baby ass whiny shit, dude. It sounds like a South Park episode where it's like, did you watch the one where it's just like they're making fun of Tom Brady? It's just like, you didn't follow the rules. It's like, no, I'm gonna sue you because you didn't tell me about the rules. It's just like back and forth. It's like we're literally gonna sue someone. It's like we need more details on that deal. Maybe when is there a free market? It seems like, and I don't mean to go on this rant, Alfredo.
Okay,
I'm sorry, but like,
this is literally why we made a podcast. You're allowed to rant.
Thank you. It's like this whole side of America or the thought leader. It's like, we need free market capitalism. And here we are seeing free market capitalism. And they're like,
not that kind of free
we
market.
need to stop this. Yeah. It's like, what are your rules, people? Like, I wouldn't even know how to be a Republican because y'all change the fucking script every goddamn day. And this is actually a both sides issue, but I don't want to go down this rabbit hole. I'm sorry. It's just, this is bad all around and no one cares. No one wants Paramount to own this. You know why I watch Paramount? For fucking Ink Master. That's about it. Occasionally they got a good movie.
Landman season 2 out now. Yeah, Trump posted something on Truth Social from OneAmericanNewsNetwork.com where John M. Pierce, an attorney who wrote a thought piece, an opinion piece, John M. Pierce, also known for representing a lot of people who were involved with January 6th. We're not going to go down that road, but has basically said that Netflix has repeatedly used its global platform to elevate progressive narratives while suppressing dissenting viewpoints. He argues in favor of Paramount's still rebuffed $108 billion hostile takeover offer. So as you said, like, this is not we need more competition. This is, my friends need to win, and this isn't fair. We're changing the rules of the game. That's not good for anyone that's like a consumer of these streaming services. It's just not.
No. It was cool because we had parody, I felt like, for a while, and we lose that more and more every day. You know, that's just it, and it's going to be more of the same of dumbing things down because, and I feel bad. I'm the second screener, and it's not even the way that people think. I'm not on my cell phone. I'm playing fucking Hogwarts Legacy on my Switch sometimes because like I only have limited time to do shit like play a video game and watch stuff. So
you're like, I got 30 minutes. I got to maximize this.
Yes. I don't want you to make my TV dumber. If anything, you're going to get a free stream out of me because I'm like, I don't know what I've just fucking watched.
Gotta watch it again.
Yeah. They need to play the opposite game. Like, they need to like, hey man, people watching different streams. Let's double that shit up. So they have to rewatch because they don't get it. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, man. What would be the best case scenario for you with
nothing
okay,
happens.
so everyone just stays, Warner Brothers stays the same, HBO Max still exists, Paramount Plus stays in their lane, Netflix stays, everyone just stays in their lane and we keep status quo.
Yes. At most, this is terrible. I would rather if people at Warner Brothers are tired of running Warner Brothers, just sell it to what's BlackRock doing? They're buying everything else up, just like some shit like that, like you guys are all rich assholes. I just don't want you to be under one umbrella of rich assholes because it's a lot better when rich assholes fight each other. It makes better TV. And I mean that both from Succession and from real life, like you guys really try to compete with each other.
Another big company, I won't say rich assholes, but big company making big moves. Star Wars, Lucasfilm. Dave Filoni.
They're rich assholes.
Okay. I mean, I don't know them personally. Like, Dave Filoni just looks like a fun guy in a cowboy hat. I don't know.
You're right. Dave Filoni is not an asshole. I don't think he's one of us.
He seems fun. Like, I'd share a beer with, not share a beer with him. That's weird. I'd have a beer at the same time that he's all, fuck it. Let's go to the next part of this. Dave Filoni and Lewin Brennan reportedly will replace Kathleen Kennedy as new co-presidents of Lucasfilm. Filoni is going to oversee all creative development, and Brennan will oversee executive duties. So I think mostly what we care about is the creative development, right? Like, executive is cool. Like, how are you just going to market this and what's the budget and all that? Like, the creative stuff, I think as for us as fans is what we're most concerned with. I've seen a lot of like both sides of this. A lot of people really excited about Filoni, but then others of like, what has been good that he's put out recently that we are just like, man, this guy's batting 1,000.
I mean, everything. Okay. I think that's. I am big on Clone Wars. I am big. I think Star Wars Rebels is the best Star Wars IP. It's my favorite. I will fight anybody about it. I don't give a shit. I loved Ahsoka. People who didn't like Ahsoka did not watch Rebels. That's what I think. My biggest problem with Ahsoka is that they made. They're doing that. Well, everybody's a Jedi thing. That's my only issue. But as far as a cohesive story that feels like a Star Wars story, Dave Filoni has done that. I think what's really nice is, to use a sports metaphor and like specifically football, is now we have a GM and we have a head coach. Before, I felt like Kathleen Kennedy was
Jerry Jones.
GM and coach. She was Jerry Jones, Bill Belichick. And like it gets bad, man. It gets bad. And I know, like, well, she's been in rooms forever. Like, she worked with George Lucas. Fun fact, George Lucas is an ass writer. Like, you want to talk about somebody who does terrible shit? George Lucas had a good idea and people ran with it a lot further than he did. So having someone that understands the IP, has advanced the lore in a way that is palatable to both fans and I think new people is great. Because I think Kathleen Kennedy just went the wrong approach to things, where I hate using the term woke because I don't believe that. I'm not trying to drive that narrative, but it came to like the MCUification where it's like, we need to get Haley Steinfeld a role.
You were trying to fit the square pegs in the round holes too often, just like you could hit a recipe every time.
Exactly. Whereas I would just want the James Gunn thing. James Gunn literally has said, he's like, I just want a good script and then we'll work everything else out. I've never felt like there was a problem with diversity in a James Gunn script or movie. It just, James Gunn has given us some of the coolest black characters around, but he had a good script first and then kind of worked things out.
Yeah. With Filoni, I think what I'm most excited with is that, not that we've never had cohesiveness in Star Wars, but I think the cohesiveness will matter more. And I think there are going to be more entry points to this universe for the younger demographic. That's something you and I have talked about before, where it's like, what's the entry point for this lore? Is it episode 4? Because I can't get kids in my house to sit down and watch past 30 minutes. You know, like, do you start at episode 1? Do you go into like an animated series? Like,
kids love trade wars, man.
Kids are big into politics. Everyone knows this.
And like that, episode 1 was my entry point, but that was a zeitgeist. That was a hype. I didn't care about, it's like, oh, we hold the Senate hostage. Like I didn't like think about that shit.
Yeah,
it was it was 2 lightsabers.
Yeah.
Like that was what was going through my head as a kid. Like that went hard. So I liked it. The entry point is, I hate to say it, Clone Wars
maybe
and Rebels probably, because they tried and this is what I'm talking about. I think their issue is that mentality that you have is the problem. That is the problem. We're like, what's our entry point for kids? A good fucking movie.
It's not, but it's not even the mentality. It's like it has become something that's. I also think that's a whole deeper conversation that is not entirely Star Wars' fault. I think that's also just entertainment fault, and that's the fault of parents everywhere. And think, by the way, these are not my kids. I don't have kids, but like kids in our house like simply won't watch something. We had this conversation yesterday where 9-year-old boy is like, I won't watch something that was made before 2001. And I'm like, that's disgusting. That's gross. Like that is just that's so odd to say. Like imagine us being kids and be like, I'm not going to watch anything before the 80s. It doesn't make sense.
My ex was like that. She's like, I don't like watching old things. And that should have been the sign, that should have been
let us know in the comments. What old movie do you love? Or Jags X, if you're watching, let us know. Has that changed?
I know she ain't watching. If you are, thanks.
Like and subscribe.
It's nice to get support.
Hype the video. Got big news for the Batman Part 2. Sebastian Stan is officially cast as Harvey Dent, it would appear.
It's official he's Harvey Dent?
That's what I had seen. So his Sebastian Stan's stylist, this is me saying the brother's sister's former roommate, Sebastian Stan's stylist Michael Fisher posted another photo on his Instagram seemingly confirming that Sebastian Stan is playing Harvey Dent in the Batman Part 2. And then more and more reports started to come out about this over the weekend and throughout last week. Jag, let's say this report is 100% true. Sebastian Stan becoming Harvey Dent. Is this the right role for him?
Fuck yeah, it is, buddy. It is. Like this, the age matches up, because when Brad Pitt was casted, and I'm like, he's a little old.
And yes, by the way, this is confirmed true.
A colleague.
He is playing Harvey Dent.
Okay,
yes.
Confirmed true. Fuck yeah.
HollywoodReporter.com.
Brad Pitt was a little old. Yeah, like Brad Pitt would have been a great 90s Harvey Dent, but like I thought that was one. But like you mentioned in the group chat, like they're very clear similarities between Bucky Barnes and Harvey Dent as far as the duality of a person. But like that aside, like to me, that's kind of the easy way to do it. Sebastian Stan's just become a phenomenal actor. Like he's done really good stuff beyond the MCU to solidify himself that he's legit. So he's no longer just the antagonist from fucking Hot Tub Time Machine. He's a full blown actor now, to where I'm excited to see him in everything. Yeah, that's like how I like to prefer to Elijah Wood as a little nigga from Flipper.
There it is. If you took the over on one Edward, you got it. Listen, man, I'm really excited for this movie. There's still a part of me, maybe it's stupid, maybe people in the comments are going to roast us. There's still a part of me that wants this to be part of James Gunn's DCU because I think it could still work so well. But right now, the casting that they've been giving us, we already know we've got Paul Dano returning again. We've got Barry Keoghan as the Joker returning again. We've got Colin Farrell as the Penguin returning again. They've added Scarlett Johansson as well as Gilda Dent, the wife of Harvey Dent. There's also been talk that a lot of the Long Halloween is going to be inspiring this new movie. Dude, I'm excited for this. Like, I am genuinely... where are you at? Because I feel like I'm way more excited about this than a Batman the Brave and the Bold that could be coming in the DCU.
I am... This is the movie I'm excited about. It's like Christopher Nolan's Odyssey, the Batman Part 2. Like, I have wore out the Batman at this point. That's a comfort film. HBO Max is like, are you sure? We've got a lot of other movis. So I'm like, play it again. Do the fucking war. You know?
Fries in the bag, so HBO Max.
Yeah, exactly. That's I need this. You know.
Last thing on here, The Pitt gets greenlit for season 3. Season 2 has already debuted. We covered that first episode. We'll be covering episode 2 as well, and of the remaining 14 episodes here. But season 2 debuts with a 93% rating on Metacritic. Noah Wyle won Best Actor at the Golden Globes. The Pitt won Best TV Drama at the Golden Globes. This is big, Jag. We talked about this on the episode, but like, how long could this show go? Because you said I just let it keep going forever and ever.
Yeah, I just don't. This isn't a show that I'm worried about getting tired. You know, like, you see a lot of these CBS dramas where it's just like Tracker or now that one pretty parental. There's like one where it's like The Finder. Like she's
These
holding
are not all the same
fucking
show.
James Van.
The Tracker,
Yeah,
the Finder,
man.
the Seeker.
Yeah, it's like, how long could this chick hold her captive in a basement? Like, that seems like a show with a shelf life. They're like Found has been canceled after 2 seasons. I'm like,
Found.
Yep, arguably shouldn't have got that second one. You know, like the shit like that. Where this one, the concept, it's like 24, man. You're telling me you could easily do 7 seasons of this show. You have the setup to where you can slowly trickle in and take away cast to move them in, you know, say no, while it gets old or whatever, and they want to move on. This format is genius because you can keep going and it doesn't feel like they're milking it, where they have to like recreate storylines. Every season is one fucking shift. It's beautiful.
I feel like for everything that the show does, the characters themselves are just along for the ride. We love the characters and there's plenty of character development, but for the most part, the characters are truly along for the ride. And I don't know if there's a whole lot of medical dramas that are like that. Most medical dramas are who's having sex with who. And, you know, we get attached to patients for long periods of time, or you need to make it really funny, like Scrubs, even though there's lots of heart in that. This is one of these shows where it's hyper realistic. You love the characters and everyone is just along for the ride with it. So I agree with you. Like, we could do 8, 9, 10 seasons of this and just let this be the longest running TV medical drama in history. I'm cool with that.
We're gonna die before that. Beating Grey's Anatomy.
I know. Grey's Anatomy, like 47 seasons. Shit's crazy.
I don't even know, dog. I quit counting after 2, to be honest.
Yeah. I don't even think she's on there. I think she died too. Everyone from that show died.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Patrick Dempsey. Not the real one. He's very much alive. Guys, that's it. We're done here. Tuesday News Day, the trending headlines you need to know. Make sure you are with us every single week. Subscribe to Unbinged, whether that's on YouTube, Apple, Spotify. As always, I want to thank everybody for watching or listening all the way through. For myself, for Jack, see you next time. Adios.